Welcome to Anish's Math Academy. My name is Anish. Today we'll be learning about finding the area and perimeter of triangles and trapezoids. When you don't have the length of a side, you can find it using the other sides and the perimeter. For example, one side is 26, the other is 13, one side is 12, and then the other is D. And if the perimeter is 76, you would put P equals 26 plus 13 plus 12 plus 13 plus D. So you would add up 26, 12, and 13 to get a grand total of 51 and then plus D. If P is 76, so 76 equals 51 plus D. Subtract 51 from both sides and you will have D equals 25 units. So now let's try applying this to real world. So let's say a farmer is building a fence, which a triangular fence. He knows two sides. He knows two of the sides and doesn't know the third. One side is 12, one side is 11, and the other side is x. You can use the Pythagorean theorem to solve this. So he needs to find the perimeter. So you can use the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 12 squared plus 11 squared equals x squared. 12 squared is 144. 11 squared is 121. So that added is 265. So x, which is x squared. So x is about 16.28 feet. So you would add 12, 11, and 16.28 for a total of 39.28. So that would be the perimeter for the fence. Triangles and trapezoids could be thought of as half of parallelograms. So a triangle, so if you draw a triangle, you could double it and create a big parallelogram. You could also do the same with a trapezoid. So a triangle's area would be half times base times height. So half of how to find the area of parallelogram. So if you did this with, so if you had a trapezoid, so if you had one trapezoid like this and you doubled it, you could create another parallelogram. So a trapezoid's area would be 1/2 times the height, and since the trapezoid has two bases, it would be base 1 and base 2 added, multiplied by half times height. So the height, so let's say the height was 3, base 1 was 5, and base 2 was 4. You would do 1/2 times 3 times 4 plus 5. Which would be equal to 1/2 times 3 times 9, which is 1/2 times 27. And that would be 13.5 units squared. So now let's try doing this with a graph. So for our points on the graph would be 0 and -2, -2 and 3, and -4 and -2. So now let's try to find the area of the triangle that has these points. So let's quickly connect these points to make our triangle. So the height would be 4. The base would be 4, the height would be 5, and you would multiply it by a half, so your answer would be 10 units squared. So now let's try this with a trapezoid. Our points are -2 and 3, 0, 3, 2, 0, and -2 and 0. So let's quickly plot these points onto our graph, and let's connect them. So a trapezoid is trapezoid form. So the area would be the height, which is 3, times 4 plus 3, and 4 plus 2, which are the two bases, and you multiply that by a half. So you would have 1/2 times 18, and so a half times 3 times 6, which is 18, and that would be equal to 9 units squared. Well, thanks for watching this episode of Math Academy, and come back next time.